This morning in the Roadshow Kitchen, well, it's Wednesday, so we welcome back Chef George from Portsmouth Public House. You've become a regular now.
I know, I have. Thank you.
That's a good thing.
Are you sick of me yet?
Not yet.
You sure?
Not yet. Because you bring tasty food and easy to make, these two recipes.
Yeah, it's actually crazy easy to make. This is, I think, the first time in the kitchen that I never fired up the stove. So
okay.
So it's going to go quickly. It goes together very quickly. So today, what we're going to do is a couple different apps. I like to call them the Road Less Travel By apps because it's good. We got the big football game coming up.
That we do.
We have a lot of people. We just had a gluten-free segment on a few minutes ago, so we have a lot of people that are very conscious about what they're eating gluten-free wise. So we've got a gluten-free app. Then we also have something that's high intensity in gluten, but it's a baked brie, so it's that cheesy, dippy. Oh, it's so good with the crostini that we're going to make.
So take us through the ingredients then, because I know people have different variations on, well, on appetizers in general, and even something like a baked brie.
Yeah. So what we have is we have a baked brie over here, and what we're going to do is we're going to take that baked brie, we're going to smother it in mango chutney, or if you don't have chutney, raspberry preserves or strawberry preserves, or even marmalade works fantastic.
Yum.
And we're going to roll it in puff pastry dough. Egg wash it and throw it in the oven.
Great. And how about for the chicken apps?
Yeah, so what we have is it's a twist on a like a popper. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to make the Caesar salad, put it in the romaine lettuce, a little bit of chicken, and then you're going to fold it up and
there you go. Drink in one hand and your little lettuce app in the other. All right, we're going to show you how this all comes together in just a bit. It smells great. The gloves are on. We're going to get our fancy but easy to make apps started.
Yes,
Chef George.
we are. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're actually going to wrap the brie. The brie takes about 20 minutes in the oven.
Okay.
So just grab that brie.
And you keep it whole. There's no, you don't need to prep this in any way.
The only thing I did was I took this out of the wrapper. It should come in like a foil wrapper. Sometimes they sell brie in a can. Actually, I prefer it in the can because it's completely airtight. And then you just pop it. It has that little pop that pops off it, and you just place it in the center.
Okay.
Right that. All right. And you want to get some mango chutney.
Mango chutney.
Yep.
Which looks very similar to marmalade, which you said if you don't have mango chutney, use marmalade.
Yep. Exactly. And what we're going to do is we're going to do the reverse. So we're going to put the chutney right there.
Okay.
Put like 2 or 3 tablespoons.
Got it. Yum. Again, raspberry preserve.
Yep, raspberry preserves, strawberry preserves. I like the mango because brie, it's a very pungent aroma when you bite into it if you're not used to it.
Yeah, so, it can be a different taste.
Yeah, exactly. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to fold it like this.
Okay. Simple
like
enough.
Like that, simple like that, right?
Beautiful.
And then I'm going to use the knife because I don't want you to cut yourself.
Yeah, we don't need all of that excess.
No, we're going to save the excess though because we're going to make some fancy decorations with it.
Cool.
Okay, and then just flip it upside down, pinch the edges, and flip it so the seam side is down.
Flip it upside down.
Yep, and fold it. Yeah, and just fold it. Make a nice round circle out of it.
Okay.
All right. Let me get that little. There you go. And then just going to egg wash the top. That's it.
Okay.
And then we're going to drop it in the oven.
And time and temp, Chef, when we are throwing it in the oven there?
375 degrees for about 20 minutes or until golden brown.
Okay, just on the top there? Okay, that goes a little around
you want to
get
a little on the side right there, though, right where the seam is.
Yeah, this kind of acts as like a glue, too,
yeah, exactly.
Right? Just to kind of seal it all together.
And then brie is kind of one of those weird desserts that the uglier it looks, the better it tastes.
The tastier it is.
Because you're going to get a brie, the wall's going to bust out.
So don't worry about it being too perfect there.
Exactly.
Okay, brie is done. We're going to throw it in the oven, and we have yet another app to show you a little later on in the show.
George is here, as he always is on a Wednesday from Portsmouth Public House. We got some fancy apps is what we're making.
Yep.
You've already have that brie and that puff pastry, and man, we walked in here and all it was like, ooh, awesome.
In the last segment, we were making that, and I want to touch upon the little design that you have going on up top here, because you said this is made of the extra dough.
Puff pastry dough. Yeah, you just make a little design. You can roll it into like little logs and spirals. I've seen chefs wrap the whole entire brie with the excess spiral, you know, to give it kind of like a unique look. Maybe for this weekend, you can do a Pat's logo out of it.
Hey, why not?
You know? But yeah, that's all we did was we took that brie with the jam, threw it in the oven. 20 minutes later, we pulled it out, and that's what it is.
That is
perfectly
awesome.
Golden brown.
Yeah, and then we just garnished the plate with some fruit, and then we made a baguette crispini. So you just slice your French bread and throw it in the oven to make it so it's like a crisp cracker.
Very good.
And then you slice into the brie and
I have to slice into this too because I want to see just how gooey and melty.
That's the best part about it.
Right?
Yeah, it's gonna
Oh my
be
gosh.
awesome.
Oh, look, I poked a hole in it. Wow.
That looks good.
Of course, I'm using my left hand here. Maybe that was my first mistake. I'm not left-handed. Look at
That
that.
looks good.
Yeah.
Gooey, and even got the preserves happening up top.
Yep.
Yum. I'm going to
Excellent.
spread it on
All right.
something. What do you guys have going on?
And then over here, what we're going to do is, well, all you got to do is take the Caesar salad dressing. Here, we use the
Just this
ramekin.
one, right
Yeah,
there?
just dump that right in there.
Okay.
All right, and then you're just going to mix it up into the slaw mix. What I did is I diced up some carrots. I ran them on our mandolin, or you could just julienne the carrots, and I just shredded up some cabbage. And what you want to do is the cabbage is in there to give it crisp.
Yep.
Because it's an appetizer, you want to have a little extra crisp to it.
Right.
So just toss that
Just
with
toss
your
this in?
hands.
Okay.
Yep. Let me
All
get
right, so
this
mix
nice out
this
of the
up.
way.
Well,
so we
I'm
don't
making
stab
you a
each
nice
other.
little plate over here.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for thinking of me.
Hey, anytime. As long as you
And let's just get
return
a
the
little
favor.
bit more, just a little bit more Caesar dressing in
Okay.
there. There wasn't enough in that ramekin.
right.
There we go.
You know,
That's perfect.
sometimes if you make like a coleslaw or something like anything like that, it's too watery and too mushy. That's
Yeah.
why this is nice. I don't like because I never like it when it's just too much.
It should be the produce, whatever produce you're using to make your slaw, right? It should be just kissed with with the oil or the dressing that you're utilizing. It should
And
not be anything
not
more.
soaking in it.
Yep.
Still
And
want
now
that
what we're going to do is
crisp
just
flavor.
add a little bit of Parmesan cheese to that, some of the shredded, just about maybe a quarter of that.
All right.
And then what did I do with my tongs? All right, well, you've got the
Well,
gloves
here,
on.
continue to
we'll
mix this
find
up.
some new ones.
You've got the gloves on, Will, so you're going to... And then what we're going to do is, thank you. And then, so this is the part that people like the most of the romaine is the
Right.
front, but the back is the piece that gives you that extra crunch, right? So what you want to do is, I always use my thumb, and because you want everything to kind of like blend together well. So wherever my thumb goes is where I break it off. Okay? And then what we're going to do is we're just going to add a little bit of the slaw mix.
Okay.
All right?
This is great too because it all holds together. You don't have to worry about grabbing another plate or grabbing
plates
something
not
extra.
needed, you know? And then what we're going to do is we're going to take some of the diced chicken, the pre-cooked chicken breast
Yum.
that we
Good.
did earlier. Okay, just add a little bit of that. All right, and then we're just going to top it with a little bit more Parmesan cheese.
Mini Caesar salad all
Yep.
wrapped
And then
up.
you can throw
Some croutons on
some
there.
croutons on it for garnish.
Look at that.
And then just roll it up.
And
then-
that's perfect food. And I know we
And then there you go.
mentioned, heck, it's
Enjoy.
pretty much hands-free. You can eat that with one hand and maybe have a beverage with another. I know you got a beer here.
Yeah, yeah. The again, I always like to do different things because
Yes.
you know. Your guests get used to buffalo wings all the time or something like that, or the big hero sandwich.
Yeah.
You know, even the same beer, we're creature of habit. So I always try and find something unique and different because that's a conversation point. You know, when halftime's going on, everyone's going to be jumping to the food
So the
station.
food,
Yeah,
heck,
and they
I
want
don't
to
even
talk.
wait for halftime. I'm
So,
going in between commercial breaks.
I love Belgian beer, and this is, I mean, we sell this at Portsmouth Public House as well, but it's not the fact that I'm plugging it, it's, you know, I bring other companies in as well.
Yeah. Sure.
The point is that it's mind-blowing because nobody's ever seen it before. The bottle is really good.
Try
it has
something
a real,
new.
and the taste is amazing. It's a Belgian white ale. And
Okay.
it's so delicious.
It sounds good, and you know,
It's in
if
a
you're
cool bottle.
trying, if you're
Yeah,
trying a
exactly.
new app like these, why not bring in some different craft beers? and
What
new
got me
beers?
was Two Roads, and their logo is Two Roads, the path less traveled by, you know? And that's kind of like, in the kitchen, Reggie and I, and my partner Mark, that's all we're trying to do is what is different and unique that nobody else is doing.
Nice.
You know, that we can put a spin on and have, you know, have some fun.
Always great food at Portsmouth Public House.
Definitely,
Always great food.
and
Yes.
great
Will, you
food
got
for
something
your
to
say?
great food for your
Okay, thank you.
football party too.
That's
He's
right.
saving some of it for
Yeah, a little
later.
more.
If you want these recipes, head on over to WPRI.com.